Welcome back to The Man in the Middle. I am your host, Bill West. The last 24 hours, the internet's pretty much blown up with the rumor that David Tennant will be returning to Doctor Who as Jodie Whittaker's replacement. Probably just for a series of specials before there's a 15th Doctor, but let's go to Radio Times. Let's see what they have to say about it. This is just a couple hours old, and so let's see. Alright, is David Tennant the 14th Doctor? Doctor Who rumor explained. Fans are adding 2 and 2 together and making 14. This was published today, Monday 24th January at 4:58 p.m. What's that creaking noise echoing across the internet? Why, it's the Hoomer mill back and forth, churning out aquatic tittle-tattle fit to power the discourse of the Doctor Who fandom for the next few days, or something to do with allegorical grain. Feel free to finish the metaphor yourselves. Anyway, the latest rumor is a bit of a doozy. According to some, the actor taking over the main role in Doctor Who from Jodie Whittaker is none than the former series star David Tennant, who played the popular 10th Doctor from 2005 to 2010, and has kept a hand in the Whoniverse by playing the Doctor in audio dramas and video games in the years since. So, is this rumor true? Where did it spring from? And is this really the plan for Doctor Who's future? There's only one way to find out. A discussive internet article doesn't really offer any more information than you find off Twitter anyway. Now, where can we find one of those? What is the David Tennant Doctor Who rumor? Basically, the rumor is that when Jodie Whittaker regenerates, she won't turn into a new actor. Instead, she'll turn into David Tennant, the character for the first time returning to an actor who's played it before ignoring certain discussions. The idea apparently is that this isn't a return for the 10th Doctor, instead it's a new incarnation who just looks and sounds the same, possibly drawing on the fact that female Time Lords have previously been shown to have more control over their regenerative appearance. Technically, a Time Lord could regenerate to look like anything, so why couldn't they sometimes go for a familiar look? Supposedly, Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor appearance was chosen because he looked like someone the Doctor had met before. It's awkward, but the TV show could certainly make up a fake sci-fi reason for why it happened. It's a little muddled, but basically, if true, the rumor would bring back David Tennant, but not as the 10th Doctor. A little like how Tom Baker came back as the curator for the 2013 anniversary special, but in a much bigger way. This would be for a limited number of specials, followed by a new 15th Doctor cast for a full season later on. Where did the David Tennant rumors come from? Rumors about David Tennant's return have lurked in the corners of the internet for a few months, particularly on specific Doctor Who Reddits and the closed fan message board Gallifrey Base. But the story has attracted new attention after being posted on a Facebook fan page for David Tennant's 10th Doctor, to the point where it spilled into Twitter, mainstream news sources, and was even discussed on live TV during Good Morning Britain. We should be clear that this is not a real story. It's not an official announcement from the BBC that David Tennant is back. It's not even a scoop by a newspaper or website that can back up their claims with sources. This is an anonymous post on social media saying the guy probably who previously told him something correct also said that this was happening. In other words, it's totally unreliable. However, hearing something from a guy is often how we find out the truth about big plans behind the scenes of a show like Doctor Who. So you can't say with 100% confidence that it isn't happening. Or you could, but might avoid doing that in print just in case someone comes along to confront you with it later. Hypothetically speaking. Is David Tennant the 14th Doctor? Let's be honest, probably not. While it's true that the behind the scenes team of the fan favorite 2005-2010 era, Russell T Davies, Julie Gardner, Jane Tranter, and Phil Collinson, has been reunited for this new one, it doesn't stand to reason that also means come back for the same front of camera talent. After Chris Chibnall cast the first female Doctor, and brought more diversity to the show in many other ways, going back to Tennant as the lead could look like the series failing to move forward, getting stuck in the past rather than moving with the times. It'd be like bringing back Pierce Brosnan as James Bond after Daniel Craig's exit, almost like a tacit admission that you shouldn't have tried to change things at all. And yet, there is something about this Tennant stories that rings a few bells. For years there have been unsubstantiated rumors about the Beeb trying to big name actor to play the Doctor for a limited run, casting somebody who wouldn't have time to do it full time, but whose one-off presence would revitalize the interest in the show in a short burst. Fans might also recall some whispers that there were hopes of bringing Tennant back into the fold for some kind of standalone story in 2023, though his original 10th Doctor, as he appeared in the 50th anniversary day of the Doctor, would rather than some new revamp. Plenty of these sorts of rumors come to nothing. Maybe there were plans that didn't come off. Maybe they were never really mooted in the first place. Okay, Doctor Who has sometimes even touted false rumors to muddy the waters, distract fans from the real surprises, and keep things interesting. With all that in mind, it might be that there's something going on with David Tennant and Doctor Who in 2023. There might be something clever happening between regenerations, but there probably isn't going to be a 14th Doctor Who exactly the same as the 10th one, even if it probably would attract more viewers than the series has enjoyed for years. Who is the next Doctor? Here's the thing, we don't know. Jodie Whittaker is definitely going, and Russell T Davies is taking over the show from Chris Chibnall, but that's all that has been confirmed this far. We don't know whether Davies is doing a full series next year, one 60th anniversary special, a bunch of Doctor Who films, or something else entirely. We certainly don't know whether he's trying to shake up the traditional regeneration new Doctor cycle, putting a stopgap actor before going back to a normal season afterwards. It could also be sometime before we find out. Jodie Whittaker's final episode isn't airing until autumn this year, and the next era of Who isn't started filming, though Davies has admitted to having writing a couple of scripts already. The only date we know is of significance, November 23rd, 2023. The 60th anniversary that there will be something made for is far enough away that it could be months before full production would need to start. In other words, that old rumor mill has only started its mighty revolutions. Watch this space and time and relative dimensions therein, and hopefully we'll know more soon. All right, so the rumor is flying through, and it may or may not be happening. It'd be nice to see David Tennant back, for maybe a one-off or a series of films before the next Doctor takes over. Something to get the fan base back. I was thinking the other night myself that I don't care for Doctor Who right now. I've been watching Matt Smith's episodes, and he's my favorite Doctor. I know. I'm sorry for those who liked the rest, but Matt Smith is my favorite Doctor, and I loved Amy and Rory. I just think it was perfect. Were the stories always great? No, but I don't think they ever really are. But I really hope that once Chibnall is gone, we'll get back to something worth seeing. I really, I don't blame Jodie Whittaker for any of this. I blame Chibnall. I think she could have been a perfectly good Doctor if given the right scripts, but she wasn't given the right scripts. I don't think she was given a chance to find out who her Doctor was. So, I don't think I've seen an episode since the one with the Recon Dalek. I can't remember the name. With I can't remember the characters. The one that brought back Tosin Cole's father. I can't remember the character's name. But like I said, it's upsetting that I don't like Doctor Who, and I'm waiting to see what happens. Hopefully in a couple years, I'll get back to it. It's gotten to the point where I'm not going to Gallifrey this year, partially because the virus of unknown origin is still around, and I don't want to deal with the mask mandates. And my job is, I could get the time off, but I don't want to. This year is just, maybe next year. Maybe next year, next Gallifrey I'll be wanting to go to. But right now, I have no interest. And like I said, hopefully soon. I am Bill West. I am the man in the middle. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Drop the comment down below. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Every couple of days, I blather on about something, and it might be something you like. You guys take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.